In this episode, we fixed something very important, the toilet. We also get inspired by Are and the 7 beautiful girls, and we start exercising. Hi, my name is Anna, and this is my husband Leif Erik. He came up with this idea to build a simple catamaran, put it in a container and send it from ice-cold Norway to Tahiti in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. This way we could start sailing in paradise. I said, what a crazy idea. Let's do it. This is the adventure of building and sailing BareBare. And the story starts when finally coming back after 3 years of the pandemic. It was already mid-June and we had lived a rather simple life on board for almost 2 weeks. We had managed to fix something very important.
Den lader. Tenk deg det, da. Anna. Det virker det da. Anna, vi har fått det til. Har du batteri da? Anna! Herregud! Vi er skipselektriker, og særlig du! Vi fikk det til!
Our solar panels worked perfectly well and we were able to charge our phones at all time. We had fixed the propane stove, which actually just meant buying propane and attaching the hose. And I must admit, it took us 10 days to fix something that simple.
Ah, yes!
We were still working on a rather big challenge, the toilet, or let's say the toilets. We had 2 toilets and neither worked. Water in worked fine, but water and other things going out didn't work well, or actually it didn't work at all.
So this has been, it's actually been our toilet for quite a long time, and hopefully I'm gonna fix what is the toilet, because this is the toilet. This is the toilet, and I have a bit problems in the back here. This thing, I don't know what it's called in English. Not this one, because this is water in. This is things coming out. Don't put your finger there on that side because that fucks it all up. I'm gonna do a little bit of knock, knock, knock. Knock, knock, knock. It's very difficult to do it while I'm filming.
The ball valve was stuck. It was completely stuck. And I had tried for several days spraying with CRC and removing barnacles, etc. from the outside. It was still stuck. I do not need to describe our toilet situation in detail. And Ane preferred the facilities at Daniel's houseboat or at the nearby hotel, which usually would cost us at least one rather expensive drink. All of a sudden, 3 small sharks would, on special occasions, swim very closely to the rear end of BareBare. I wondered why. I hadn't actually noticed the sharks, but when Anna showed me these rather scary looking fish, I started preferring other toilet facilities as well. We later asked Temanu, the girl on one of the houseboats, about the sharks. And she laughed and said, "They're not sharks, Anna, they are Remoras. Not dangerous at all. We have 7 around our houseboat. They are our friends. They eat everything we throw out. They clean the lagoon." Of course, I gave the Remoras name as everything else on BareBare. So Ronald, Roald, and Ramona. And later, 2 even bigger Remoras came and chased our so-called friends. And I named them Rolf and Hugo. Why one didn't start his name with R, I don't know. He became Hugo. Back to the toilet, or toilets. Every day for almost 2 weeks, I have been spraying around the ball valve with CRC and very carefully trying to but to move the handle. I tried again and again and again. I could not move the handle. My support from Norway, my husband Leif Erik, would say, try harder, pull harder, use a hammer. I was dead scared that it would break and the boat would be filled up with water. Leif Erik said, no, there's a solid wall in between the toilet and your cabin. But that information did not help very much. I did not want the toilet room full of water either. So I kept spraying and we kept going ashore for sure. One day, a modern catamaran anchored up very close to us, and for the first time I saw a Norwegian flag. We waved and counted. 1 guy and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 girls were on board the catamaran. The guy's name was Are, but there is no way I can remember the names of all the 7 girls. 7 beautiful girls. I asked Are if he knew anything about toilets, and Are replied that he had done some work on toilets. And I looked at the 7 girls, and in my mind I realized how much problems girls can make. Are walked down the ladder and bowed over the toilet. He's now trying carefully to turn the handle on the whatever it's called, which will give us water out, which is very good. Shit. Are the hero. Er det sant? Is it true? Oh my. Ane and I was so happy and dance. The toilet is working, dance. The toilet is working, dance. Something like that. I gave Are the biggest hug ever and smiled towards the 7 beautiful girls. Are and the 7 beautiful girls were acting from morning to night in a completely different way than Ane and me. Early morning, they would start hard workout on deck with loud music. All girls dressed the same in black tight clothes. They were just all very good looking. One day I looked at Ane and I said, these 7 beautiful girls are driving me crazy with all their exercising. Let's start lifting weights. It's considered such a smart thing to do. And I got very excited. So I took 2 full 5-liter water bottles, went out on the deck and started lifting. And it was incredibly heavy. I mean, how could anyone lift that much? I did 2 or 3 times of lifting before I gave up, totally exhausted. But then a genius idea popped into my head. Why not pour out all the water and make it lighter? So that's what I did. Jan is a carpenter doing interior for private homes, but also shops. And he has 5-6 people working for him and a big workshop in Oslo. Jan is an old friend of us with a golden tooth, smiling and laughing a lot and always very, very positive. Jan's employees were very, very patient. Often they would arrive Monday morning to a rather messy workshop. And although we promised to put the tools back in its correct place, I must admit, we sometimes forgot. Or actually, we often forgot. After sanding the mast down, we made the top parts of the mast and the cleats to hold the standing rigging in oak. Then we fitted them to the mast. Der er det rett. So what did we do? We put on, these are glued on, and we very quickly put on the small little tops. It looks great, we already did this. And we put the plugs in. And now Eric is going to glue the other one. Just put the marks, and we're going to glue it back here. Just open a little bit, scarf off some of that wood, glue it on, put in the plugs, finished. We're trying to do this as quickly as possible. Everything you want, because we need to paint the mast orange later on. So we just finish it. We don't have time maybe to make it dry until tomorrow. So we just do it. It's by the way of it. Smell! Blir det bra? Yes! It's looking good.
Ja, deilig.
Det blir litt voldsomt med oransje rot. Jeg tror det, altså. Orange. Appelsin.
Crooked mast.
It's not crooked, it's supposed to be like that.
Second layer.
We just love this color. You can still see the wood, but it's looking good. We painted the mast white in the top, and it turned out nice. After a short break, we started making the gaff boom as well, starting with 10 by 10 centimeter or 4 by 4 inch pine beam. Cut the corners off to make an octagonal and 16 parts, and so on. We are making a boom. A boom? 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 Boom?
Gaff boom.
Gaff boom.
Gaff boom.
Using oak.
Yes.
Bravo.
Se mål, ja.
Der har vi 16, så det er nok i massevis.
Later we will show you how we rigged the boat. Thank you for watching this video. I put out new videos every second Friday, and Fridays in between I put out a short story of the building part. If you like what you see, subscribe and hit the buttons, and it's free. And if you want to support me, check out Patron, PayPal or Coffee. And patrons get the videos earlier, and they also get some extra material. And beside that, I have started making mugs for each episode. Check them out and please start collecting. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. And you will find all links in the description below. Massive thanks to everyone who supports this project. It makes a huge difference.